Leaders, I'm excited to share with you some important information about how the student ministry has gone the past year. Many of you were able to hear about this on Sunday during our leader training, but we wanted to make sure that we could share it with everyone. And if you had any further questions about it, please know that you can always give me a call or shoot me an email. My email is aaron@theu.org, and my phone number is 210-540-6703. So as you see here, this is how we in the student ministry want to make disciples. We feel like we create, reach, rally, resemble, and ready environments. And that these are important ways for students to understand their own discipleship. Now, one of the things that you'll remember from when we introduced this process is that students choose where they want to be based on the activities and the environments that we have for them. So for instance, at a Wednesday Night Live, which is a rally, students are saying that they would like to be asked the question, do you know Jesus? Or at a Resemble, which can be a Bible study, a Sunday morning, or one of our retreats, they're saying they want to be asked the question, do you follow Jesus? Similarly, Ready is, do you make disciples? And Reach is where we're just trying to meet students that we don't even know. And so the question we ask there is, do I know you? It's important to know that students choose where they want to be, and that we in the student ministry, we can invite them to something and we can encourage them to take the next step in their discipleship, but ultimately it's up to them. Because it's up to them, we may have a student that has met Jesus and is already feeling the call and movement of the Holy Spirit on their life to say, I want to make disciples. We don't make them go through one of these things. It really is a challenge by choice or a self-selecting process. So a student that's at Wednesday night that says, I want to make disciples, where do I do that? How do I become ready? We connect them with Clay and the Ready teams and the Ready class that meets on Sunday morning, and they move right into this based on their call. We don't force anyone to go through a certain step. So with that in mind, I have a couple of numbers to share with you. Now the important thing about these numbers to remember is that each one of these numbers has a name attached to it, and that none of these numbers are double counted. Meaning that if I say this past year we had 28 students that we were able to reach that we never knew before, we have the name for those 28 students. And that here in the rally, this year rally included Wednesday Night Live as well as confirmation. We've had 286 students that are choosing for this to be their primary place of discipleship. Now, of these 28, they're not in here. That's not the same students. We know that there was one student that we know, that we have a name for, that came to a Reach, Battle of the Bands, and joined us at a rally, Wednesday Night Live. That one student has made this transition. We would represent that here. And they're counted in the rally. They're not counted in the Reach. We only place that student at the furthest or highest or the next step that they've taken in their discipleship. So this person is not counted twice. They're found here in this 286 number. If you have questions about this, let me know. Resemble, we know that we have had 183 students this year who have chosen that this is the primary place of their discipleship. 183 students. We've had 49 students who have gone from Wednesday Night Live and moved into a Resemble ministry here in the U Student Ministry. These 49, they're counted here. They're not found here in this number. We want to create really high level of integrity and transparency with some of these numbers. We know that right now we have 41 students that have said that they want to become ready to make disciples. And so all 41 of those have come from our Resemble phase. And they've taken that next step to make disciples. These 41 are only counted in Ready. They're not counted here in Resemble. We want to share these numbers with you, not as attendance markers, because they're different than that. We have a different thing for attendance. For instance, Wednesday Night Live tends to average 170 to 180 students on a Wednesday. And we have a different attendance for our Sunday morning Bible study. This is based on where students are showing up and what questions they're being asked based on where they're showing up. And so this is our progression as we try to make disciples of students in northern San Antonio who are equipped to transform community and culture. Thanks for the part that you play in making this happen, and more importantly, thanks for the part that you play in inviting students to be disciples of Jesus Christ. If you have a question, let me know. Thanks.